Hi, love bunnies. I hope you guys are all doing so well. Welcome back to the beauty house. As you can tell by this title, this is gonna be one of two, maybe three makeup looks for Valentine's Day or any day that you just want to feel extra girly and do pink. As you guys know, pink is my cup of tea. But I said, you know what? Let me do it for you guys, of course. So if you'd like to see how this look came together, please continue to watch. Okay, love bunnies. So today we are gonna be doing a Valentine's Day look. Well, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna give you guys two, most likely definitely minimum of 2 videos, but depending on how I feel, possibly 3, but don't quote me, ain't no promises. Now, the crazy thing about this is we can go back to every single video where I say I don't like pink, I'm not a fan of pink, pink is just not my color, but only because it's Valentine's Day season, you guys have me wearing pink and doing makeup focused on pink, which is so crazy. But I have to give you guys what you want and what you need, because Valentine's Day, a lot of people do pink. So I said, you know what, let me do this for you guys, okay? Now, this most likely both or all of the videos is gonna be impromptu. Clearly, I'm just on that kind of a vibe and wave right now because of my Jesus. So, yeah, it's most likely gonna be impromptu. I did have a few ideas of what I wanted. Like, I know I wanted my blush focus to be pink, my lips focus to be pink, highlight to be pink, most likely in that realm, so you guys can see how pink looks and how it also looks against my skin tone. But yeah, everything else we're just gonna wing it and see where we end up. But we are gonna be playing in the ColourPop Smoke and Roses palette. If I didn't show you guys, which I think I did, I'm not too sure. This is the color story that we playing with. So we could say this is neutral, but definitely quite a few colors do pull cool tone. But we're gonna see, we're gonna play around. I have an idea of what I want. I have an idea of the colors I want to play with. So we are just gonna see what happens. So we are gonna start with our eyes. Okay, we could start with the eyeballs. We could do that. We could start with the eyes. So I'm gonna use my foundation. You guys are gonna be so proud of me because I finally, and I'm gonna show you guys. Besides doing, besides this being focused Valentine's Day, I'm also gonna be testing out and show you guys some products that I got. I know, so excited. And they're mainly E.L.F based. So my foundation, my setting primer, all of that jazz is E.L.F. So that's gonna be fun. But like I said, you guys are gonna be proud of me because I got another foundation and we're gonna hope that it's actually my color. We're gonna see. But as per usual, I'm gonna put some foundation on my eyeballs because you know how I do. And we are gonna start there. I was gonna use tape because of what I want to do, but I'm probably not. I'm just gonna wing it because I'm like, you know what, I don't want to have to cut the tape because I don't have like a small Scotch tape. I have like the thick roll of tape, so I don't have time to cut it, and ain't nobody got time for that. So we're just gonna work what we got. So yep, we're gonna work with what we got. Like I said, I kind of have an idea of the color story that I want to play around with, but we gonna see, because again, I don't play with pinks. Y'all know, y'all could quote me at this point. We know, Lena, you don't play with pink because you don't like pink. I know, I say it all the time, but this is me again stepping on my comfort zone for you guys yet again, but it's okay. And I said, like I said in the very beginning, this is going to be one of 2 makeup looks. 3, I'm still contemplating 3. but definitely one of two. So this look is most likely gonna be a soft glam, a soft, my interpretation of soft is gonna be a soft glam. And of course, the next one I'm gonna do for you guys is a smoky eye. Come on now, you know I love a good smoky eye. So the next is gonna be a smoky eye, but I said, you know what, let me start it off with something soft, because again, you never know if you guys are probably gonna do like a nice dinner or like an early dinner, or maybe go away somewhere and do like a brunch or something like that. Sometimes you could, you know, why not do a soft look? But also, I know for my girlies that they might go out at night and want, you know, some type of nighttime vibe, you know, so why not do a smoky eye? So I'm still contemplating if I'm gonna do, like I said, a third look, but definitely these two we're gonna do. So we're just gonna do that, set our eyeballs. And I'm doing my eyes first again because in my last video I had did my eyes and I ended up doing my eyebrows last, and I really like how it came out. I really like that look actually. So I'm like, you know what, let me just do that again. And again too, this look isn't nothing too crazy that we had to start with our brows first. So in our Smoke and Roses palette, we are gonna go in with we are gonna take our tried and true Dome Crease brush, and we're gonna go in with the color Alone and Part-Time. Tap off the excess. We're just gonna do, we're gonna bring this all over. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sweep this, but keep it up high close to the brow. We're just gonna keep in this area here. Just sweep back and forth. So what do you guys plans for Valentine's Day? I hope you know something fun. You know what? I'm not really, at this point you guys should be like, girl, what do you like? What are you actually into, Lena? Because at this point, I'm not really a Valentine's Day kind of girl. You know? It's just, because I look at it as, if you're gonna show that you love me, that should happen 365 days. You know, 366 on a leap year. You know? And Valentine's Day, I'll give you the day off. You know, it's okay. Take a day off. You know, like, it was just never really my thing. You know, I'm not really, like, I'm really a simple girl. Like, honestly speaking, if somebody got me one chocolate, my favorite chocolate is Ferrero Rocher. If you just got me literally one chocolate and literally one rose, I'll be like the happiest camper. Like, honestly speaking. Because I just like simple things. You know, I don't like to be a burden. I don't like to have people have to go out their way or go broke and have to go into their savings. Like, it's not that serious for me. You know, like, I'm not really a fan. You know, doesn't really matter to me. You know what would be lovely that I actually don't see too often? Females doing things for their guys for Valentine's Day. Again, maybe I'm not on social media like that, but I don't see that too often. You know, well, females like, you know what, babe, let me surprise you with something or do something for you or whatever the case may be. Again, I don't see that too often. That'll be something nice and different. But yeah, that's just not my thing. And then it's like, you have to plan things, and then sometimes restaurants is too crowded. Then when you go places, depending on when you go in, parking and all this other stuff, I'm good. You know, we could just order something inside. You know, nice little glass of wine, cooked meal, or, you know, order something out. Watch a nice little movie. Call it a day, you know? Like, I just like to live a simple life. I promise you. Nothing extra. But again, if somebody wanted to do something nice, I'm not going to say, well, why would you do that? Get away. Like, no, if you want to do something nice, a nice gesture, you know, I'll accept it. But to like go out and want that, it's okay. We don't have to, you know. Now, this is going to be a real calm look because I think I want this to mainly be like face focused. I think I want it to be face focused. So the eyes is just something cute, you know. But yeah, so we have that color. When I tell you this is going to be like extremely simple, you're going to be like, girl, that was extremely simple. Yeah, I know. Nothing too crazy, you know. At this point, you guys know me. When I do my simple eye looks, it's literally a simple eye look. Like, honestly speaking. Like, we don't have to do too much. Now, just to deepen the crease, the tiniest of bit, just the tiniest of bit, we are going to go in with our second tried and true crease definer brush. Because I like how this color looks. It looks like a flush of color. And we are gonna go in with maybe a tiniest bit of Look at Me and Angel Eye. The tiniest of bit, okay? Like, you see that? One little dab. Tiny. That's it. Knock off the little extra. Just right there. Bring it, for me, right? Like in my little crease, I'm just gonna bring it here. Just, again, a little bit. Nothing too crazy. The only thing when it comes to holidays, it's always bittersweet because it's some people who have amazing experiences, you know, and enjoy it. And it's some people who have like sad experiences. That's the only thing when it comes to holidays. It just brings up so much emotion, you know. And Valentine's Day isn't necessarily a holiday, but it's a day that's clearly, you know, recognized by quite a bit of people, you know. So it's like, it's sad for some people, but you know, I just want everybody to be happy and feel loved Valentine's Day or thereafter, you know. So this is where we at. Again, just the tiniest, slightest of bit. Then go back with the big brush, nothing on it, and just blend it out just so it could be blended. Nails. We are going to go in with our milk, our jumbo milk eyeliner from, who's this? From NYX. And we're going to put that all over the lid. So yeah, like I was saying to you guys, I said, you know what? Again, you know, on this channel, it's mainly focused on inexpensive, you know, drugstore items mainly. Now, once I start to be on people's PR list, in the name of Jesus, I'm putting it out there, pray that I get on people's PR list, you know, of the higher end, then we're going to touch on that route when we get there. But right now, again, I'm going to put this all over the eyelid. I'm mainly going to focus on, like I said, inexpensive makeup, drugstore makeup, because again, not everybody have that coin to spend, and that's completely understandable, you know. But, and with that being said, actually, I said, you know what, let me try out some primers still, let me try out some foundations still, let me, you know, just to test things out and show you guys pretty much how, what's out there, you know, what works, what doesn't, what works for me. And so I picked up and I didn't realize how much E.L.F stuff I ended up, you know, getting, but I picked up a few E.L.F blushes, which I heard reviews about. I picked up a few, I picked up the E.L.F Camo concealer. I picked up their setting spray. Now I'm a little nervous because I believe that I'm allergic to green tea, because I'm very particular with like ingredients and stuff I use on my face, especially skincare. And one time I had bought this face wash, and for some reason, like around my ear, I was like breaking out, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I checked the ingredients, and the only ingredient that was different was the green tea. So I'm like, I must be allergic to it. Now, not allergic, like I think I could drink green tea. I've drunk it before, but I think skincare wise, you know, maybe I can't have it, you know, on my skin. I guess if it's different from me ingested, I don't know. But yeah, it was that. And I said, you know what, let me test out again. And again, the same thing happened. Now I said that to say, to bring it back to E.L.F, it does have green tea in it. After the fact that I read it more, I'm like, oh fudge. So we're just gonna see what happens pretty much, and pray to Jesus that when I use it nothing happens, because that would suck. So yeah, so this is where we at with it in the world. We are gonna go with on the edge, and we're gonna put that towards the end. And then we're going to add on coal towards like the front, just a little 1-2-1-2. You know, well, let's see where we end up on the edge. Put that towards the outside. You guys, we like it, you guys? And on this eye, same thing. It's like I said, we're going to use on coal. We're going to put that right in the front part of the eyelid. So it's a nice little brighter in the front part of the eyes. Same over here. So this is where we are with the eyeballs for right now. Simple, calm, clean, to the point. Okay. Now looking at it, I actually like it. I know, I never thought I'd say that about pink. But I actually like it. And I think that I like it because looking at it, like through you guys looking at it in like my mirrors that I have, it's so soft. So whatever look we come up with is literally gonna be soft, which is something different for me, because usually my soft is usually more so playing around with neutrals, playing around with browns, those kind of shades that's more closer to my skin tone. So this is something different for me, and as per usual, you guys are making me push myself and get out of my comfort zone, which I love, you know, which I'm starting to, okay, like these impromptu looks, I actually like it, and it's not plain, and it came out better than what I've even thought. So I love that so much. I'm going to take this brush, and it's a little loose too, so we're going to see. And I'm going to go in with the colors Pretender and this guy. Okay, let's try Pretender first. And we are going to do eyeliner. I know, something different. I know, guys. Only because I don't think I want to do brown liner. I don't think I want to do that. And the black would now bring depth back to this look. And I don't want it to have too much depth. I want it to really be clean and soft. So that's why I'm going to use a eyeshadow instead of actual eyeliner. Now, if I wanted to, I could either wet this, or I don't have it, but there's like a mixing medium. The one from Inglot is really good that I used to have. You could always utilize that and use any eyeshadow and also turn that into an eyeliner, which is also a good alternative if you want it a little bit more bold. But I want it soft, and doing it with a brush and powder is going to diffuse it and give it that softness. So that's why we're going to do that. So we're going to start at the end as per usual. And we're not really going to wing it, but we're just going to keep it towards the end, because it's still going to add a little bit of color. If you could see, like, can you see it like a little bit? Gotta keep checking this white shirt, guys. Okay. So we're going to bring it, just again, building it as you would regular eyeliner. Just so you see, it adds like a little bit of dimension, right? If you could see from this eye to this eye, you know. So same thing. Start towards the end. Just a tiny angle. So this is where we are with this. And that's it for our eyes right now. I know, simple. I told you guys, when I do simple looks, honey, it's going to be simple, okay? I'm not going to pussyfoot around with you guys. It's gonna be simple. What was this, like 2 colors? You know my crease colors, I always mix a little too good shades. Okay, so 2, then the eyelid 2 colors. Simple, real clean. For clean looks and simple looks, again, you don't have to do too much. Honestly, I could have just did like my crease color, and then whichever color that I chose, I could have just put it all over the lid, call it a day. You know, makeup don't have to be 1,000 steps sometimes. It really don't have to be. Okay, so now we're gonna do the face. Now, I already did my moisturizer, like I said. And so now I am gonna, so this is where we try new products and different products, right? So we're gonna go in with the Essence Jelly Grip Primer. Now, when it comes to primers, especially the jelly primers or the grip primers, these is like what's like new now, I guess you could say new on the market. And these are supposed to adhere a lot better, allow the makeup to last longer, and allow the makeup to have better grip onto the face so it doesn't move. Now here comes a little bit of teachings. You know, love to give you guys a little teaching. When it comes to grip primers, from what I've read, from little research that I've done, some people like it, some people don't. Actually, let me put it on. As I'm talking to you, let me put it on now. I'm gonna put it on now because when it comes to grip primers, you have to put them on and let them set. So whether that's 30 seconds, a minute, you have to let it set. Some people, now this one says to let it set for several seconds. We're gonna count to several, I guess, right? Now, some people say that they don't like the grip primers because it doesn't work, or it doesn't work with their foundation, or whatever have you. Sometimes, now let's be real, it's some products that doesn't work, right? And then there's some products that we say don't work because we're not utilizing it properly. There's a difference between a crappy product or a product that we're not utilizing properly, right? So when it comes to grip primers, again, you're gonna put them on and you're gonna let it set. Now this, I think, has aloe in it, which is good for the skin. Yeah, so you're gonna put it on a thin layer and you're gonna let it set. Now you're gonna let it set because, again, of all the hydration, again, it's water, all the ingredients is in it. It has to set properly. And as I'm thinking about this primer, reading reviews, I'm like, Jesus. It was my Jesus, okay? That put it in my brain. So I'm like, why, besides people not utilizing it properly, why would a primer not work or not do what it needs to do? So then I got to thinking, this is technically, if it's a grip primer, most likely it's water-based, right? And you know something is water-based because when you look at the ingredients, the first thing is most likely agua, which is water. The longevity of your makeup really, again, depends on your primer, your setting sprays, your powders, how everything lays, how everything is layered. Do you let things set? Do you just continue to add on? So with all of that, I'm thinking, you know what makes sense, right? Why things, again, work and doesn't work. So it came to my mind, like I said, for my Jesus, and I'm like, what foundations work best with grip primers, right? At the end of it all, makeup is a science. And not to get scientific, but makeup is also, there's a building block, right? As to why things work, don't work, look good, don't look good, works for you, doesn't work for you. There's a lot of factors that comes into play. One being, sometimes the foundation doesn't work because you're not utilizing the right primer. Sometimes the primer doesn't work or your makeup doesn't work because you're not doing the proper skincare, right? So it's all of these things that we always have to take into consideration. Make sure our skincare is done properly. We don't have to put on thick amounts of skincare, just enough skincare where it added moisture to the skin, a thin layer, right? Then will be our primer. What kind of skin do we have? Do we have oily skin, dry skin, acne prone skin, combination skin? We have to know these things, right? So then we could utilize the right primer. If we have oily skin, we're going to use a mattifying primer, right? If we have dry skin, we're going to use a hydrating primer, right? So now with that, let's just say oily and dry. If you are oily, suggested, my little humble opinion, to use primers that's silicone based. Anything with cone in it, dimethylcone or cane, dimethylcone, isododecane, those are silicones, right? So again, that helps with mattifying. You want to pick 9 times out of 10 a foundation that again also has those ingredients in it of mattifying, if that is the look you want to continue to have as you wear your makeup, right? Because it just makes sense. A silicone based primer is gonna work with a silicone based foundation, just like a water based primer is gonna work better with a water based foundation. So it's these little things that we have to take into consideration. And I think a lot of the time people don't say that. People don't, after all that chatting, I'm going to go in with the Power Grip Dew Setting Spray. Now, like I said, this has the, this also has aloe vera in it, which is really good. And this has, like I said, the green tea. Pray to Jesus that nothing happens to me. But I'm going to use it to start my makeup. Oh, this is really finely. I hope something went on this face. This is so fine. Jeez Louise. We're actually also going to go in with my Milani Make It Last. Now, again, it steps to it. So you see, I put on the primer. I let it set, right? We also have to let things set sometimes. So it's these little steps you always have to take into consideration as to why something did or didn't work, you know? So we did all of that jazz. Okay, cool. Yes. So like I said, you know, makeup is, there's a way to do it, you know? So like I said, you know, just chatting with my Jesus, and my mind is always open to learning. That's what made sense, you know? And I said, you know what? Let me just Google something. And then I Googled it, and yeah, that was a suggestion, you know, to have things work together, that it just makes more sense, right? That's why sometimes if you look at certain brands, or a good majority, they will come out with, say, a foundation, right? So let's say, for example, E.L.F. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. They have a primer, the same, satin. They have now, say, a concealer, satin. You feel me? They have a primer, satin. So you see why they have a whole array or a line of things that's now satin, because clearly they did the testing. They did the calculations and the combinations, so you don't have to do it. Now, again, that's not to say that you can't switch up things and mix things around. You can, but that's why they do it. So, you know, again, just little tips and tricks like that to see, you know, hey, why is this not working for me? Why is this working for me? You know, what is it? So it's these little things. So I say all of this whole little story time spiel to say, I say, you know what, let me try this primer. These are one of the grip primers that people like. So let me try it. And it's water-based. And like I said, the foundation that I got is E.L.F., which, you know, I have my other one, but it's really light for me, is my E.L.F. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Medium to buildable coverage. 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. And again, the first ingredient is it up here? Let's see. No, it doesn't say it, but when I read it, is water. So we're gonna see if this works a lot better, the fact that it is water based. So let's see. Like I said, guys, this is my color. We gonna see. And I always be nervous, okay? But again, like I said, I still have my other foundations, so we could always, if we gotta do some little mixing and matching, then that's what we're gonna do. So this is the color, and we are gonna just tap it. Now I know I come off so much lighter, but I am, yeah, I'm yellow. I'm in the warm family, guys. I am. And I really kind of wanted to see this too on its own, just to see, like, it's satin, and I hear really good reviews, and I really like how it looked, you know. And it's medium to buildable coverage. I'm a full coverage kind of girl. Like, I like full coverage things. That's just me. Some people don't. Some people like it to be like skin-like. I like full coverage, like I said. So let's see where we end up. So we start with a little bit, so we're just gonna see when I blend it in. So we're testing it out, okay? Are we looking good so far? I'm gonna put it in. It's actually like not heavy or anything either, and I like that. I mean, my other foundation that I have isn't heavy either, but you guys know I use like 3. So just using one. So I can see why they say it's a satin finish and it's buildable, because one, I didn't put a lot, but this is where we at right now so far. Now it does have a glow because it's satin, but also you guys know I always use my MCO Beauty. I like that look of a glow underneath. It just looks, you know, a little bit more nicer. So I actually like this. So we're gonna add a little bit more because it said it's buildable. So we are gonna test that theory out right now, honey. So when it came to me picking this color, right? So this is medium warm number 30 if you do decide to get this. Now the first one, I don't think I ever told you guys, but this first one is 24 light warm. I don't know if this is actually picking up the color for it's really not, but this color is so light. That's why like picking foundation online is like a challenge. Okay, like that, honey, you gotta just pray to Jesus that you picking the right color, because the swatches don't come out the color that it needs to, and then it's really a hope and a prayer. And then the models that they use, it could be 1,000 shades and 1,000 different model shades, and it's like I'm still confused. So I was like, you know what, Jesus, let's hope. Let's just hope and see what we working with. I just know it needs to be darker than the one I currently have. I knew that much. So yeah, I'm like, you know what, let me just test something out. That's why it's like I was never that type of person that I shop online, but I don't really shop like that. But when I shop online because I don't like trying things on. At some point in my life, I just said I don't want to try clothes on. So I would go to a store. If it don't fit, I guess I'm returning it. Like, I just really don't. I don't want to put clothes on and have to go take it off. It's too much. I like peace, okay? So it's like when it comes to foundation, like or even clothes, I was never the type of person that needed to see it on a model. That's not me. Like, that doesn't help me out. Because I'm a small girl. Now, I know it's a few viewers that knows me in real life that watch this video and will laugh. But I'm a small girl, in my opinion, right? I'm a small woman. You get what I'm saying to you? But looking at people, say who's smaller than I am, or say even bigger than I am, and they're fitting into a size extra small, or they're a size large, and then I say, okay, you know what, let me size down, and it don't fit me. I'm like, it didn't help. It doesn't help. So models does not help me. Looking at females online to get a size reference never helped me ever a day in my life. So I just have to go on a hope and a prayer every single time. But I know how to measure myself, so I could, you know, I go off of my measurements. But that was just never me, you know, looking at other people, looking at foundations. It just never helped me ever in my life. Ever in life. It never helped me. So we're just gonna use a tiny bit more just on the forehead area, like this little mark. I don't even know where that mark came from. It's kind of bothering me. I'm done. It's just you guys know I just be chatting. Y'all make me chat a lot, so I just be chatting. Even though I've been done blending this out, I'm just chatting. You know me, guys. At this point, looking at a close up, I actually really like it. Like, I do. Okay, this is like skin like. It is buildable. I can see it is. I could put another layer if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna. But I could. but I'm not gonna. Okay. And so yeah, this is where we are. I really like this eye look, guys. I hope you guys like it too. So yeah, this is where we are. I'll probably put a little bit more around my mouth area. You know, I feel like I have like a little bit of darkness around like my eye a little bit and a little bit around my mouth. But you know, I never color correct around my mouth. Maybe I should start. No, I've never done it. One day. So this is where we are with this, right? And so now we are gonna test out a new concealer. Now, I've heard great reviews about this concealer as well, and this is again from E.L.F. This is their Hydrating Camo Concealer. Now they have two. This is the Camo Concealer Hydrating, but I think they also have another one. I would assume it's not hydrating. That's why they have two of them. Now, this is a thick formula, they say. And we're gonna see. So we're gonna little 1 2 1 2. And we're gonna see what this do, but we're gonna let this sit for like 2.5 seconds. You know us. So we are gonna go in with our tried and true airbrush concealer brush. We are gonna use a little bit of setting spray. I'm lying. Before we do that, I am going to, because I think I said with you guys, I'm gonna start probably doing like one eye at a time and set like directly underneath and then do everything else. So with this theme of pink, but I also wanted to test this out. We have a pink setting powder. So excited. This is Wet n Wild pink setting powder. I don't know what, I don't recall if Fit Me has a pink one. I was just getting things that was inexpensive. Cause come on, honey. On a budget, okay? Dab a little bit. So we have some on a sponge so we could kind of just get it ready for that. So like I said, we're gonna use setting spray. And again, because I crease, I'm always trying to find new techniques for under my eyes. And if it crease, it crease. It just is what it is. But if we could at least attempt different techniques, even better. So now, yeah, I like the foundation. It really didn't settle too much into my smile lines, and I kind of like that. So brush, I'm gonna start the outer, and we're just gonna work this and see. I'm gonna dab. This looks really yellow, but you know me, we could work with anything. We're always gonna make anything work, okay? That's what we do. As makeup artists, we're fixers, okay? We fix things. It's just in our DNA. But again, too, it's like when it comes to finding concealers, it's like the 3 colored arm people that they use. It's just like, what's happening here? Can we please? This doesn't ever work for me. And honestly speaking, when it comes to pink undertone and neutral and light and warm, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that really be throwing me off. Like, I just get so befuddled. Can you just have my color and I could pick it? Don't tell me anything else. Like, don't, oh, this is a warm neutral and a light. Like, please. Now again, honestly speaking, guys, I don't have, like, I can't. I'm gonna do this eye. We're fixers, okay? Coverage. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the coverage. I don't know if I let it set for too long, but I do like the coverage. I will say that. But this is really yellow. But again, I'm not mad at it. And you know, honestly speaking, sometimes too, when you set, that also could just like bring it down at the same time. Like, that also could tone the yellowness of this down as well, you know? So You gotta always be able to fix things. So this right now in real time is gonna be us fixing this and correcting this. But I'm not mad. I do like it though. I would say I do like the consistency. I like the way it blends out. So this is where we at with it, right? It's not the worst, but don't worry. So I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer just to manipulate the color a little bit. I'm gonna go in. That like changed it the slightest bit, but don't worry guys, we got this. Actually, because it's able to set a little bit, I'm gonna add my blush. Actually, I'm gonna add my blush. So this is where we at right now with our under the eyeballs, right? And we are gonna do our blush. And you guys know me, I love to add a little bit of my MCO Beauty 4, because this has like a glow to it that I really like. So we're gonna add a little bit of that, as well as our 2 blushes. So we are gonna do the tiniest dab of this, literally the tiniest dab, and we're gonna go in with our 2 blushes from Glam. So one is gonna be in Hush Hush and in Cutie Pie. So 3 of that and 3 of that. Let's just see where we end up. So this is it right here. We are going to take it on our Slope foundation brush. I think I have a smaller one, but we're going to use this for right now. Going to just blend that together like that, because now that's going to take the glow and both of it together. And right on the highest of our cheekbones, right there. So see, like that adds like a nice glow, but also that's where we're gonna place our blush. So I like how that looks. We're gonna add some more, not more of the highlight, but more of the blush itself. And again, like I said, this is gonna really be more pinky focused of a look. So we're gonna see, guys. Same thing. And if you guys notice, I don't bring it all the way to my hairline or all the other crazy stuff like you guys not always say. I just bring it up right here, kind of to meet, I guess, like where the end of my eye is, just because, again, I just want to bring it up the tiniest bit to still bring a little lift to my face. I don't need it to be crazy into my hairline. I don't like that look. Like, that look suits certain people, not everybody. Like my mother would say, follow suit, don't suit everybody. And that's one of the suits that don't suit everybody. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side of the face. A little bit of the MCO Beauty. So now we see like the pink is coming through, you know. I already had like a little bit of blush there, so I just said let me add a tiny bit to see. Then we're just gonna build it from there. See, like that nice glow. Like I love a glow, honey. So now we're gonna take that. I'm gonna set up and prep. Now that we setting everything, we setting where we put our blush, we set it under the eyeball. A little more. We're gonna bake the tiniest of bit, nothing too crazy. So this is where we are. So kind of still tone down the yellow a dash. So that's where we are with that. So now we are gonna set everything else on the face. But we are gonna use the our regular yellow to set everything else on the face. I'm gonna forget. Oh well. Everywhere else. Because you want to set everything. Anyway, you put any type of cream, you always want to set with a powder. Always, no matter what. Because again, that adds longevity to it as well. Now this is where we are. Do we like? I'm gonna go in both my colors, dab on my hand, you know the drill, and the hairline. A little bit on it. I be trying to be good, guys. I be trying to not bring it to mess up my blue. I don't know if you guys judge me or not secretly. So I be trying to not, you know. Okay, we good like this. So I don't want it to be too much. Just a tiny bit, bring it up. Tiniest bit, nothing crazy. Just to add a tiny bit of warmth back to the face. And that's it, like we're good here. That's it. That's it, promise. And then down the nose. I'm gonna bring it up to our eyebrows. Now I'm not gonna sweep it right now, so we're gonna just dab it in. So we look great. Now I got our blush. So the blush that we're gonna use, I don't know if I wanted to mix the two. These are both E.L.F. I don't know if I want to mix them. I'm probably not. So I'm gonna use this one. This is called Always Crushing E.L.F. Now this supposedly has, it's primer infused matte blush. When I tell you this smells terrible, it smells terrible. You take my usual brush, dab it one time. Back of my hand. Start from the back here, and then bring it. Yeah, I absolutely hate the smell. Hate it. Hate it. Dab it again. It definitely has color payoff. And that's what we got with that. Now we're gonna add some highlights. So I also got a highlight palette from Milani. This is what it looks like. So we're gonna play around with this color and a dash of this one as well. And again, I went with these colors too that I'm mixing because again, I still want it to be real pinky and pretty for you guys. So again, like I talk about, you know, you want a unison look. Same thing right here. Because again, I think like the blush, the powder, the your highlight, all should still, you know, match or be in unison, you know. And I think a lot of people don't. Like if I did the gold highlight, it would look really pretty too, I believe, but it just makes more sense for me to do a nice pinky one, because why not? Come on, guys. Right down the center. So my tried and true Wet and Wild in soft brown. I'm just gonna more so fill from the arch down. So we're gonna start there. Up a little bit, connected there. So now I have a base to bring it down. Then now the bottom part, just connect it. Then we have the tail of our brow. The same thing from the top part, only where it's sparse. Arch a little bit, and then bring it down. Yep. Just fill it in. And that's our little brow. So now we're gonna add a little more razzle dazzle, because you guys know that I love to add a little bit of extra, little zhuzh. I really like these eyes, guys. Oh my gosh, it's because of you. It's because of you guys. We are gonna add our tried and true, you guessed that, tried and true E.L.F. Wow. I play all day. Like, the funniest thing is recording videos is just you sitting in front of a camera pretty much talking to yourself, but you know Jesus listening, but you're talking to yourself. And so it's like just funny to like when you know how funny you are, and then like you just have to like laugh. So that's what happened just now. So we are gonna start from the mid, because again, we don't know if it's too much. We're gonna start from the middle. We're just gonna brush it up so it looks like natural hairs. And again, like I said, I like this because it has like fibers in it. And yeah, tiny bit to the front, just up. Nothing too crazy, because again, it's still soft, so it's not like we're doing anything crazy. So it's mostly me just keeping it natural. Like, it's really it. And that's how we're gonna do that. Same thing on this brow from the mid area. Bring it up through to the ends. But you know, as I do my brows and I do this new little technique that I do, like where I do it after I do my foundation, sometimes I'm always switching up my brows, like how I do them, you know? Like, again, as you guys see, sometimes I would do pencil and then fill the front end with powder, you know? So it's always just switching things up, doing different techniques, but also know which technique worked for which look as well that you're going for. So again, this is a soft look, you know? So say when I do my smoky eye, then I'm probably going to add the powder to the front. So it's more of a bolder, you know, look of eyebrow, you know. So now I am going to go off camera and we're going to put on my lashes. When I come back, we're going to do our lip combo. So let's see about that. Okay, Love Bunnies. So we added some lashes. We did some bottom mascara. We added just a tiny bit of that deeper brown that we did, the deeper red that we did as the lash line. We put a tiny bit in our waterline. And we added just a little razzle dazzle in the corners of the eyeballs. So I hope you guys like it. Let's see if it turns like pink. So now on to the lips. Now we are going to be testing some things out, and if I don't like it, we're going to try it until I like it. Okay, so we are gonna do, this color. It's number 2. Jesus. Okay. This is the, what is this? This is the L'Oreal ballerina shoe. I'm not mad at it, but I know myself. So we're gonna add a little razzle dazzle to this. So the dazzle and the razzle we add in is gonna be our nude from Maybelline. Because like I know myself and I still know what kind of colors like look better. I really like it. It's so much pink. This is so crazy for me. It's so different for me, so much pink, but I think I actually like it. So we are gonna put our hair down and we're gonna see what the finished look actually is. So be right back. Okay, love bunnies, so this is the final look with everything done, hair down, laid and slayed, I guess you could say. So do you guys like, do you guys love? So I hope you guys love this look. Again, this was like a semi-impromptu at this point. All these looks are impromptu for you guys. Again, this is for Valentine's Day or any day if you just want to be extra pink and girly. And this is me trying something different for you guys, because y'all know I don't like pink. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, recreate it, tag me, show me your art piece, show me what you came up with. And I hope that you love this look. I hope you try it out and test it out, and hopefully something new, feel like it was for me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking a part of your day and choosing to share it with me. But as I always say, the true foundation of beauty starts from within. Makeup is just the cherry on top. Thank you guys so much again. I love you and happy Valentine's Day if you choose to celebrate it. Mwah.